Hello, welcome back to my weekly live stream. Let me just make sure, my sound is working. Because for some reason, so sorry about that. Just want to make sure I'm working here. Okay, good. All right. I am live. You can hear me. So welcome back to my weekly live stream for your dose of real estate reality. My name is Jackie Baker. I'm a real estate agent here in Northern New Jersey. And we talk about all things real estate, and we also get into a little bit of New Jersey here. So, yeah. So we're just a few days away from Christmas. Oh my God. Yeah. Is everybody done shopping? I was actually out shopping today for a little bit. Big mistake. Where I live, there's like a ton of malls. And so, of course, I made the mistake of going to the mall today. And the one thing I do not like about New Jersey, like I love living here, but what I can't stand, it's the Jersey drivers. Oh God. I had some crazy lady honking at me today, and I was being nice. I was leaving the mall, and I was letting somebody make a left turn, right? They were coming into the entrance, and they were coming in the entrance or making a left turn, and I was being nice, letting them go. And the lady behind me is leaning on the horn. And I'm like, what? Why? Can't we? It's Christmas, for God's sake. Can I let somebody just go through? Yeah. So that is my biggest gripe about living here is these damn Jersey drivers. I'm sorry. And I know I am one, but it's like, come on, it's the holidays. I get it. We're stressed, but just everybody take a breath. We don't need to get like that. So anyway, I digress, talking about my lovely Jersey driving and mall excursion today. This week, this is really interesting stuff. So the article that I had found this week, it's saying it's all about investors buying up new construction from the builders, right? Because the builders had slowed down because of the interest rates going up. Now they have all this inventory sitting out there. So guess who's going to try and swoop in and take them all? These institutional investors. It's bad enough we have not only affordability crisis, but we have a housing shortage crisis. And here we go. The investors are going to just come on in and take new construction, taking away yet another option for your average home buyer. So let me get into this right now. Okay, here we go. So, intensified housing market correction has home builders offering sweetheart deals to Wall Street. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that nice of them to offer them a nice deal? So let me read this. Home builders have a housing downturn playbook that's proven to be effective time and again. They start by offering incentives like mortgage rate buydowns. If that doesn't work, then builders begin to mark down home prices communities until their unsold inventory has been moved. Fast forward to 2022, and home builders have clearly returned to their housing downturn playbook, only there is a new wrinkle: institutional investors. In the years following the 2000s housing bust, institutional investors like Blackstone saw an opportunity to buy more directly from distressed builders. The expansion in this so-called build-to-rent category means that builders this time around are already floating big-time markdowns to Wall Street buyers. You've got to be kidding me. Seriously. Now listen to this. Last week, Bloomberg reported that home building giant Lennar would begin to shop 5,000 unsold properties, an amount greater than an entire total active inventory in Kansas City, to institutional investors. In some of these Southwest and Southeast communities, investors would have the opportunity to buy entire subdivisions at a discount. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Hold on. Let me stop sharing here. Did you guys, if you've been subscribing to me for a while, and if you saw a video I did back in April about a company named Tricon Residential, they're based out of Canada, and they were buying up they were buying up a lot of homes in the Sun Belt area. And what they were doing is they were buying them, fixing them up, and then renting them out. So taking away those homes from people who needed a home, and listen, it's so affordable down in the Sun Belt area, right in Florida. You can get some homes in the 300,000, 400,000 range. And these investors were scapping them up, and now they're turning around and they're renting to those very buyers who wanted to buy that home. Um, this this bothers me. It really bothers me to see this, that now the builders are turning to the investors to take advantage and get these properties. Um, like I said, we have a shortage crisis right now. How can they do that? And like with a like in good conscience, how could you do that? Turn around and say, here we go. We've offered incentives to the buyers, but we'll give the investors an even deeper discount. So you could just offload our inventory. Look, I get it. I know they're in business. They're in business to make money. They have a quota to meet. They have to meet their numbers by the end of the year. I get it. I get it. But what about the average Joe that needs a house? I mean, look, interest rates went up, okay, but now they're coming back down again. So is this such a smart thing for them to do, to be turning to these investors and sell them at a deep discount? And now the rates are coming back down. So it's interesting. This article continues on. One second. I really need a producer. I say that every week. Okay. So let me go on here. Okay. On one hand, the current average 30-year fixed mortgage rate, 6.28%, means the housing market downturn is still very much alive. On the other hand, the decline on the average 30-year fixed mortgage, down from 7.3% in early October, means the bottom for housing demand might be in the rearview mirror. That's why Wolf says some institutional investors might be ready to pull the trigger. What we're hearing now is that some investors, because mortgage rates have come down, they're afraid that primary buyers are going to come back into the market. So some of the institutional buyers are trying to rush in now because they're afraid that there will be a pop in demand from primary buyers and they're going to lose their opportunity. Okay. Why are home builders like Lennar going to investors now? There are two big reasons. First, the ongoing housing correction has sharpened in recent months. As mortgage rates floated around 7% in October, the home builder cancellation rate, i.e., the percentage of buyers who backed out of their contract, tracked by John Burns Real Estate Consulting, spiked to 26%. That elevated cancellation rate, coupled with a weak 2023 spring housing market on the horizon, means builders are discounting faster and making sweeter deals to investors who can buy in bulk. Second, home builders still have a tremendous amount of inventory, both single family and multifamily, in the pipeline. A pandemic housing demand boom, coupled with supply chain issues, pushed the number of U.S. housing units under construction to a record high this year. Now, with cancellation rates spiking, builders are eager to get this backlog sold before they finish construction. I totally get that. Okay. I understand where they are coming from. Hold on. Let me stop sharing here. But look, nobody can predict what's going to happen in the market. And they're already saying that it's going to be a weak spring market this year. We don't know. Okay. We don't know that. And they're like, I think they're just still in panic mode right now. And they got to offload it. I totally understand that. But these investors buying up these properties like this, it really, really scares me because I think the goal is they want more people to be renting. They don't want people to own. And there's a whole slew of theories behind that. And I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to talk about all that nonsense. But why are they just? I don't know. Why do we want people to rent? Why do we want the millennials to rent? They think so. If you go back and watch that video, I'm going to put the link to that video that I did back in April about Tricon Residential, and it's called Renting the American Dream. And in that video, this guy, because I showed the 60-minute segment where they interviewed the guy who's the CEO of Tricon Residential. And his theory is that millennials don't want to really own a home. They would just want to rent and have everything else taken care of them. Where in the hell did they come up with that idea? Because I will tell you, majority of my clients in the past couple of years have been millennials. And my God, do they want to own a home? And they want to own a home badly. So I'm sure there's other real estate agents out there that will agree with me and say that, yeah, they do want to buy. Nobody wants to rent and pay a landlord's mortgage off for them. They want to have their own place that they can call home, and they can do whatever they want to and have their own yard, have their own privacy, and have equity, right? We all know real estate is like the best thing to invest in. So why would they be saying that? It's almost like they're putting that idea out there, right? They're feeding that information out there and say, well, millennials they don't want to buy, they want to rent. Listen, I will make such a big thing about this and scream about it until the cows come home, because I've worked with so many of the millennials and they want a home, 1,000,000%. So now this whole situation with them, like Lennar. Now I don't know if a lot of you know about this. I bought a home. I bought a brand new townhome in 2021, and it was from Lennar. And what was interesting is one of the phases that they just completed in the community that I bought, there were some brand new, I think there were 2-bedroom townhome units, and their inventory had been building because they weren't able to sell them off because, number one, yeah, the rates went up. But then number two, there was an issue with one of the other sections of this community. I've said this before on this live stream, where because of supply chain issues, this one section did not have electricity. They didn't have a transformer. So those closings were put off, right? They were supposed to close in August. I think they're starting to close now. So what they did in the other section where they had inventory sitting there, they just started dropping the price because they needed to make their numbers for the end of the year. And from what I've heard, a few investors bought those homes and are now renting them out. And what concerns me is they're renting them out for a lot less than what I'm renting mine out for. So yeah, I don't know. They are just, I don't know. I get it. They're in business to make money. They are in business to make money, and this is what they do. But something has got to give. Something has got to give and get the average Joe a home, get the average person a home, get the average millennial a home. Those are the ones who are the biggest buyer pool right now. It's our millennials, and we definitely failed them. I mean, back in 2008, and I understand a lot of the builders left that because of the crash and nobody went back to it. And it's a bad thing. It's a terrible thing, but why didn't we address it once things started to go back to normal? I don't understand it. So Tom Buscemi. Hey, Tom, you're new here. Thanks for joining me. Thanks so much. Thank you. I'm trying. You know, I'm in like holiday mode right now, so I'm doing my best trying to talk about real estate when I got Christmas on the mind. And it's like, oh my God, I still have some baking to do. I got gifts to wrap. I know you don't need to hear my problems, but anyway, so that's it. Who's got comments? By the way, if you're just watching this for the first time and you're with me live, drop a comment, ask a question. And if you're on the replay, definitely you can comment and question. I always respond. So please do. And make sure you're nice too. We don't tolerate, I don't tolerate meanness here, or like not so nice. So anyway, so that's what's happening right now. But I just think it's interesting how they're trying to jump on this right now before those rates come back down even more. Now, last week I had a closing and I was with I was with the mortgage rep who did my client's loan, and he thinks, based on well, everything that's going on right now, he thinks the rates are probably going to be back down in the fives next year. And I think that's a consensus now. I'm hearing it from other people too. I don't think it's going to go like higher, like than 7%, 8%, like they were trying to scare us with a couple of months ago. I don't know. But this guy said it's probably going to be hovering around the five, like the five range, which I think that's good. I think that's a good rate. I know for those who have been in this market for the past 2 years and missed the 2%, 3% rates, I get that. But I think 5% is a good place. I think it's a good place for sellers too. It's just if they want to buy a house, they would need to sell to buy. I think 5% might do it for them. It might motivate them enough where it's worth it for them to make that move. So anyway, what do we got? Okay, no one's commenting. No one has questions. And I see 10 people here. So you could just say hello. Tell me where you're from. I want to know where everybody's from. Are you all from Jersey? You from somewhere else? I want to know. So that's what I have for that. And it's just really disturbing that Lennar is doing that. Well, I'm sure they're all doing it, all the builders. So, but this is a funny thing at the end of the article. It says, while the housing downturn certainly has home builders scrambling to move standing inventory, it doesn't mean we should pencil in doomsday for builders. Just look at the stock market. While major home builders are all down for their 2022 highs, they're still well above their January 2020 share price. That includes builders like D.R. Horton. So their share price is at 72. It's up 72.9% since January 1. Lennar is up 67.4. Toll Brothers is up 30.2%. NVR 28.5%, and Pulte Group 21.8%. Seriously? Seriously. But you're going to go and sell. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Where are we? Oh, my God. I'm just like all over the board today. Their stocks are doing just fine. They went up. You just saw how high they went up since January. Really? So you got to go offer deep discounts to these investors to offload your inventory? Oh my God, I don't know. Okay, who we have here? Amit Gupta. Hello, Amit from Jersey. Always watch your videos. Thank you, Amit. I appreciate that. And wait you to give good news that rates are down and housing inventory is enough. You know, I wait every week myself to give that news. I really, I just wish. I just wish. But I think the rates are going to come back down. It's the inventory. And like I said, I hope that interest rate will be enough to motivate people to want to sell their house and trade up, even if they have a lower interest rate. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Like I tell my friends, my fellow agents, we literally wake up every day and we're like, what is today going to bring? What is today going to bring? Like what back in the end of October when the rates went up to 7%, we're like, all right, that's it. We're done. We're out. We're done. It's over. And then end of November, they're back down again. How I don't have an ulcer right now, I don't know. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun this year, but I mean, no, seriously, it has been a lot of fun. I love what I do. I'm having a ball with my clients. Has it been frustrating? Absolutely. And when people are saying, oh, us real estate agents, we haven't made, made all this money. Not so much. It's been hell. And the other thing that I'm dealing with right now, and I'm not here to criticize other real estate agents, but this market has brought out the worst in people, like for real. I've had some real estate agents that I've dealt with over the past couple of years. It's been tough. They haven't been easy to work with. And they're just like, everyone's like on edge, because like if it's a multiple offer situation and you're like, so if I have a listing at multiple offers and my sellers chose whatever, chose a buyer based on, it was the best offer, right? Next thing you know, the real estate agent's calling me. Are you double ending that deal? Is this your deal? Is this your client? Is this I'm like, no, but it's just, yeah, we had I've had a lot of that this year. So I'm happy to see this nonsense go away. The level of stress that we've been under, I'm not kidding you. It's just been, yeah. I mean, there were some points it was not fun. But overall, at the end of the day, when my clients get home and they get the keys, it makes it all worth it. That's what I'm in this for. And but I'm not going to lie. I'll be happy to see 22 go away, and let's just roll back into some normalcy here and get back to what a normal housing looks like, the housing market looks like, right? I don't want to, I mean, we're still going to have bidding wars. I know we will, because there's no homes. Not as much. And look, even before 2020, we had bidding wars here in New Jersey. For sure. If a house is priced right, I had situations where I received multiple offers, but nothing like what we saw in the past couple of years. So it's yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So what else do we have here? All right. Nobody's got anything for me? All right, I promise I'm going to start having more guests on every week. I actually do have some people lined up for January, and it's going to be good. I'm really excited. I have an agent coming on from Florida. She's actually I admire her a lot. She's got a podcast. She's got her own thing going down there, and she's top notch. I really like her. I'm really happy she agreed to come on here. So she'll be on in like mid-January. And I have a couple of other people that are lined up. But I think that's it, guys. This is a short one tonight, just because we're coming into the holidays and I don't have, this isn't the best time to be talking about real estate because it's not on everybody's mind. But anyway, so just so you know, I'm not here next week. It'll be the day after Christmas. I figured I'll give it a break for a week, but then I'll be back on January 2nd. Also, if you are a regular here on my channel, let me know what other content you want to hear about in 23. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse every week, for real. Just because it's all about the housing market and just the interest rates and the market's crashing. And the reason I did a lot of that this year, I did that content to show that what you see on the internet, what you see on the headlines is not always true. They're just trying to scare people, and it makes news. It makes for good news. So unfortunately, I have to come in and debunk it, tell you to calm down. But look, they're in the media, they're in a business too, right? They're trying to get as many people as they can to watch them. And so anyway, so with that being said, I would like to wish you all, if you're celebrating, have a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and have a very happy New Year. Happy, healthy to you and your families. And again, you have any comments, questions, please drop them down below. If you need to get a hold of me, my contact information is down below in that description box. And listen, I'll be really happy to help you out. So everybody have a great holiday season. Enjoy, and most of all, be safe. Okay. I'll see you on January 2nd.